This. Okay. That's loud. Alright, it's good now. Remember this game? Remember Remy? Baronian? It's gonna be a pretty good archive if it starts with Baronian. Because it's usually organized like weakest to strongest teams, players. And I gotta say that Baronian is alright. Could have been a bigger combo. If you have time to block Mallet Smash, you got time to parry it. It is a little bit of extra brain power to think about, like, you know, if you're just blocking anything, you can just block anything. But if you're blocking a Mallet Smash, and it's like, oh, I can parry this, that's like an extra step. It's not always if you've got time to react. If you've got time to block, you got time to parry. But like people in the third strike community say that a lot. But it's not as easy as it sounds. See, that would have been hard to parry on reaction. Wow. I'm surprised he was on that side. Flash kick. That was unfortunate. That was like a good parry from the Atlanta player, but he did his low strong too early. He should have had a guaranteed punish there, but he did it before the Remy would have even landed. Early jump fierce. If she quick stood, she might have got a punish. That was like well played. Remy's so weird. High 3 cow. And what I really mean when I say Remy's so weird is Remy's so bad. Next cooking with Beth. I don't know. I haven't really made a plan yet. I might make breadsticks. I might finally make those dirt desserts I've been meaning to make. This is a very difficult matchup. Despite the fact that Hugo is generally better than Remy. Traditional tier list put him lower. That was kind of a good trade, as weird as it sounds, that Remy lost all that meter. Obviously it was a good trade looking at the health bars. Low short, low forward. I'm pretty sure that Hugo's low forward is pretty safe. And generally seems very hard to punish. It's kind of like Clark Steele and Ralph Jones. It's kind of like their low Ds. Having a grappler with a very, very quick sweep. It's a low damage sweep, but you know, it works really well. It's one of his better normals. I would generally say that that plus Stand Strong are like his two main pokes, and then he's got Stand Fierce overhead as well. And like those are his only normals that aren't garbage. His lights are okay. They're lights. They're useful for confirming Super 3. But he has a hard time comboing out of them, and they're his only combo tools at all. Hugo doesn't have a medium cancel, a cancelable medium, or a cancelable hard. Which makes his combos very strange. Most characters do. I don't know if Akuma really has a bad matchup. Obviously, characters with strong mix-ups really bully him because he has low health. And so every time he gets opened up, he gets opened up worse than other characters get opened up. So I would tentatively say he doesn't like aggressive rushdown characters. But he's got like a decent, he's got like pretty good like resistance to frame traps between the teleport and the like a decent V reverse and V skill and EXDP and even like reversal light DP, because that works for like input prior attack priority. Like normally you can't contest a 3-frame frame trap because the only things that can get out in time are lights, but Akuma has like a 3-frame special move. Gief is, I feel like Gief might be okay eventually, but like I've played Giefs who like only do like towards fierce, and it's actually pretty hard to like stop Gief from approaching with that. I'm like pretty good in that matchup. I haven't lost it yet. I'm good at fighting Giefs, I guess. Kind of good. Um, but I feel like it's a lot harder than Guile Gief is, for example. I've played a lot of Ryu Gief too, and I think that that matchup right now is a little good for Gief. And Akuma only barely has better tools than Ryu has against Gief. And he loses that health, which is nice. You know, Shishi. Attack crouch fierce. Hugo's moves are kind of committal, which is really bad in this matchup where Makoto can rapidly approach. She can also alter jump arc, which doesn't really matter that much. This is a game where being able to alter your jump arc like isn't super helpful, which is why a character like Oro isn't utterly busted. It's still nice. It's like a good tool to have, but it's not like, you know, people don't really pursue anti-airs that much in this game. Oof. This isn't even enough. He didn't approach enough. He was better off not doing the meaty clap, I think. Nice parry. Oh my god, that was a punish. That was really well played. Gief's had a lot of buffs, man. Gief was already... The thing about Gief... Fuck, this is what I've been saying for ages. The thing about Gief is that he was probably the worst character in the game for a little while. But, like... He probably was the worst character in the game, but, like half his matches were, like, 5-5s, and the other ones were, like, slight losses. And they brought him up in such a way that, like... You know... Now his slight losses are, like, even. He still has bad matches. Chun-Li is still kind of bad. Guile is still pretty bad. I would say that those two are still, like, 4-6. Like, comfortably. Maybe even worse. But, the matches where he used to be fair, the, like, old 5-5s are now, like, actually pretty scary. People don't look at, like, tier, like, I don't know if he's top 5. He's quite good, though. The bad matchups just really hurt him. What I was trying to say was, like, you know, people always act like tier is just like in a vacuum thing, but tier is just a summation of matchups. And they've adjusted his tier into, like, being, you know, they've made it so he wins some matchups and loses some matches, which, like, on average makes him mid-tier, but really it just makes his balance worse, because he used to go, like, even or lose. Now he, like, wins or loses. There aren't that many matches where he goes even. Ooh. I don't think Gief is, like, super crazy strong, but he's quite good. I think it's good for Chun. Is it that bad? I mostly just, like, I do a lot of anti-airs with back roundhouse, and back roundhouse you have to pick a range really smart, though. EX bird works all the time, but you need low charge, but having low charge isn't that hard. Because, like, you're charging like, Gief can't efficiently stop you from charging. That's a bar, though. And then you've got, like, Stam roundhouse to hit him before he jumps, which is honestly pretty good right now. Like, the preemptive anti-airs are easier than the reactive anti-airs. And then you still got stand short, but I think that's not very good against his early jump medium kick, right? I feel like with Chun, it's mostly about never being at the range where, like, if he can, the far jump ins. I feel like you're better off being farther away or closer. If he can hit you with like a jump roundhouse, but you can't back roundhouse him if he's like doesn't hit a button, then that's like a place you shouldn't even be in the first place. That's how I play it. This might nearly stun. Oh, there it is. Crest strong. That's usually a last resort. I'd actually want to test that to see if it's alright. The only problem is like if Gief empty jumps and then blocks the low strong. It's going to be meaty, so it's not going to be that bad. But it's going to probably be pretty minus. But like that would require Gief to just empty jump low block, which is already kind of like, you know, a victory in a sense. This is dizzy. This will literally kill. Oof. What is deep low strong on block? I'm opening fat. Fat gets a lot of donations. What do I do to get donations? Fat's relevant in everyone's life. How do I become relevant? I should have put like a fucking donation link in all my fucking B&B texts. People hella look at those things. That was decent. He ran out of Gene a little fast. He like had to do a different combo. Crouch medium punch is -8 on block with 9 active frames. So if you get like a pretty deep one, it's gonna be like 0. It's gonna be somewhere between. It's gonna be somewhere between like -3 and 0. And that's on block. That's if you empty jump blocks. If it hits, it can actually be up to plus. I mean, obviously up to plus. It can be like up to +6. Up to +5. Anti-air low strong. Link low short quite comfortably. Next to be first time BAF Cup winner. It would need to be someone with good attendance who was very skilled. But hadn't won one yet. That Gief player, Cloud Strife, he was doing pretty well. He could do it. 2 turntables is probably good enough to do it if he has a good day. Those are the big ones to look out for. Whoa, that confirmed. I want to win a BAF Cup. Oh, that parry. Every single time they jump, a lot of players do option select parries. That boggles my mind. It's such a weird motion to do, too. It's very good against Makoto, really. If you get hit in your pre-jump frames, it still, like, is a punish. You can't parry there. But, like, basically, as soon as you get up in the air, you can parry. Makoto has somewhere in the realm of, like, 5 pre-jump frames, I think. It's, like, 4, and then if it's a super jump, it's, like, 7. It's something like that. Ah, that punish. If that was staying short into dash punch, you would have won. Yeah, the correct amount of Rasenhas, the correct amount of EX Rasenha for Karin is like 1 every 3 matches, to be honest. It really depends on your opponent's tendencies, but like it's really not really a risk worth taking. Wake up jabs kind of pay off for him. He probably does them more than he should. He should block more. But in general, I feel like the wake up jabs don't really hang him. Crouch medium kick to Orochi is only bad against certain characters. I don't think that's something he really needs to adjust. I feel like he like pushes the mix up too hard after Orochi. It's like, well, here's my EX Rasenha. He like needs to never do that. I feel like it's not a mix up worth taking. The opponent isn't rewarded enough by hitting a button after Orochi. It's not necessary. There's no guarantee the opponent's going to go for that pressure there. I simultaneously feel like he takes too many and too few risks. I think that definitely he takes too many, don't get me wrong. The problem is just the risks he doesn't take any risks other than like the risks that people expect. EX Rasenha after a block string or in the middle of a block string is like, you know, not something. It's like the second most common time for reversal, don't get me wrong. But like it's something that people prepare a lot less for. It's something people respect a lot less, and he never does EX Rasenhas during block strings. It's mostly just on wake up. Or after like a blocked Orochi. Or like something unsafe. Blocked overhead from V-trigger. It's like if you stop doing these EX Rasenhas, you'd have a lot more meter to play around with, and also you would like lose a lot of health a lot less. So overall, I think that'd make him a lot stronger. If he plays the most standard, obvious, like predictable Karin in the universe, that would be okay. Karin is the character. Karin is like the one character where you can do that and still win. Maybe Gal, I guess, too. This Makoto player is pretty good. He's not like great, but he's pretty good. Whoa! He passed through. Dash forward into whiff stand short. It looked like he recovered from the stand short too late to really abuse it. But that was like very surprising. The Dudley reacted too. You can dash through a lot of characters when they quick stand, but I've never seen, even though Makoto has such a good dash, I've never seen Makoto do it. Not against Dudley anyway. That should have hit. Oh, it was that version. Wake up light super. Wake up super is really bad for Makoto. Meaty parry is normally okay against Dudley because Dudley normally doesn't like... EXDP is a pretty wacky option for Dudley. That being said, I think it has invincibility. Should I stop playing Fong? I'm going to be honest, I don't think Fong is viable right now. And also with the Season 2.5 changes, I don't think he's going to be viable in Season 2.5. That's what I believe. If you like him, play him. Honestly, he's going to be like balanced around his fucking rareness anyway. Like even if he's not good enough, like there can be a lot of people who don't play him because he's not good enough, and therefore a lot of people who don't know the matchup. That was an okay punish, sadly. I think he could have done a little better. I think he could have done stand strong. Into EX dash punch, perhaps. Very close. So that's the Season 2.5 link. Is that a just non-counter hit link? That's actually alright. That's like an alright link. That's actually going to be really useful. Wrong video. Crouch medium kick, crouch medium punch is the counter hit version, right? Normal hit. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Right now it's like stand jab, right? You don't get very much from it. and then stand forward I think is too far away, and you can't do anything from stand jab for the most part. That's a pretty good link, because that means he can do crouch medium kick, stand medium kick into like medium sotoja. Ooh, Lord, that's a good link. Crouch medium kick is a pretty good button for Fong. I think it's not a low though, right? I don't remember if it's a low or not. It's like good anyway. That's something. '90's being generous, honestly. If you're punishing something -5 with Fong, it's just pretty miserable. It depends. It depends on whether you can get stand medium kick. In 2.5, it'll be a little bit better. It'll be like, you know, 90 damage. The problem is there are so many scenarios in Street Fighter 5 where it's just like I can hit a button here and either it's going to be blocked or it's going to work. You know what I mean? You know, every minus scenario. There's a lot of stuff that's like -2, and you can hit jab and either it's going to be blocked or it's going to hit. And you can go for an immediate throw to like force people to commit to something. And like every other character has something there. Oftentimes a counter hit combo. Fong's losing counter hit stand jab to stand fierce, right? Or does he keep that? Is that a combo that he has in season 2.5? Does that even work right now? Or is it just stand fierce low strong? Stand jab low strong, I mean. Anyway, if Fong gets like even a counter hit jab, he doesn't get very much at all. But if he doesn't get a counter hit jab, he gets nothing. He gets nothing. If he gets stand jab and like the opponent gets hit, it just does no damage. Fong should have the highest damage combos in the game if all the poison damage works. But the problem is his damage is only okay if all the poison works. Fong's like completed combo from a stand jab is like another stand jab. No, a stand short. For like 60, 68 or something like that. 66. I'm pretty sure that's actually it. Pretty sure it's stand jab, stand short for 66 damage. And no poison. And the only way to increase that is to use super. Nice. That was a really good chase, but the juggle was wrong. It was a hard time to juggle there. Nice punish. Go strong dash punch. This is Furo playing Yun, by the way. Oh, that's the wrong combo. Or it probably works. He had a more reliable combo that would have like worked there. He did air to air low forward and went for jump roundhouse. But you can do air to air low forward and then go for Chun-Li's air command normal. Air to air stomp into down towards fierce. It's like a very unusual command normal that Chun-Li has in this game. Down towards or down back fierce gives you like this hook arm air normal that maintains the juggle state. It's kind of hard to use in air-to-air scenarios, but it's like perfect after an air-to-air stomp. The opponent is moved to exactly the location where that hook arm works. What's really cool is that Chun-Li can actually do like a juggle in the ground after that if the height's right. If she gets air-to-air stomp into that little hook arm move and then like lands before the opponent can, which she will most of the time, she can do like a normal from there, like a jab or something. I think in very optimal scenarios, like combo video scenarios, she can get like a snare run house there. And the really cool thing about a snare run house is you can actually cancel that into like Super 1. You can cancel dollar supers, but I think Super 3 doesn't juggle properly and Super 2 definitely doesn't. That's like one of the only super setups where like Super 1 is actually preferred. Chun-Li Super 1 is pretty good in general though. The only problem is that it only stocks 1, which means that Chun-Li is a kind of bad character most of the time. I have all the Akuma colors, but I don't remember doing survival with Akuma. I think they just come with Season 2. Very nice punish. There parry and then land DP. Chun-Li could have parried that DP, but like it would have taken a lot of awareness. Why do you stand strong? How good is late teching in 3S? It's utterly broken. Crouch checks are very bad. Frame trapping is still like a thing. Frame traps are the primary mix-up of this game. The thing about frame traps is that a lot of people don't tech. And the ones who do tech late because it's hard to stop someone from teching late. You have to like counter hit, and it's not a counter hit because counter hits don't exist in this game. You have to counter hit like the 2 startup frames of throw because throws are free frames in this game. So it's quite precise to actually get the interrupt. People mostly stand tech. So you can also hit their low vulnerable frames, but lows don't usually lead to full combos unless you're point blank in this game. Unless your name is Chun-Li. Oh. Neat. Nice parries. Wasn't enough though. So the thing is, because like throws don't do very much damage, and because like Oki is, you know, Oki exists, but like usually it doesn't lead to very much damage either. Usually it's just like oops sight and overhead. There goes like fucking 1/20th of my health. Unless your name is like Ken or Dudley, who actually have good Oki. I mean, Oki's a big part of this game, but just getting knocked over isn't the end of the world in this game. It takes a lot of mix-ups to kill you, for most characters. A lot of people just let themselves get thrown. So frame trapping is kind of hard for that reason. But frame traps are like very safe in this game, and also throws are very safe. Offense is very safe. But most offense, there's no like white damage or anything like that, so most often it's usually just like one player blocking and the other player like attacking, and that's it. And it might last a little while, but you're not losing anything from it for either player. The player attacking is getting meter. And you have to remember that every single time you attack in this game, you're taking on a little risk. Oh, Chun-Li just low-profiled mount smash. How scummy. That's a pretty good punish, I guess. That's all I needed. Let's start Hazanshu. Hazanshus are pretty risky in this game because they're technically reaction punishable, so most Chun-Lis don't do them that much. I think that the devs thought that Chun-Li would kind of like not be as good for that. I think they thought that Chun-Li would like be kind of like strong in low-level play but kind of fall apart in high-level play. I mean, obviously they wanted her to be balanced, but like they didn't think she would be broken because they thought like a lot of her tools would fall off. So she'd be forced to play a very normal-centric game, which is true. But what they didn't plan for is that normal-centric Chun-Li is still the best character in the game. Chun-Li in this game is decently like Karin in Street Fighter V. Except imagine if Karin low forward, stand forward. Imagine if Karin stand forward, set up a reaction super. Imagine you could link super on reaction. And now imagine the super cost like about half as much as it normally costs. That's Chun-Li. And now imagine Karin has the biggest range in the game. And now imagine stand medium kick so low. That's Chun-Li. ISB, Tominaga. Hugo doesn't get true, like, meaty pressure. Or not a true meaty mix-up. After forward throw, I don't think. That's alright. That was true meaty mix-up. Hugo's pretty scary. Even though he's like kind of a low tier, and even though you can play perfectly to kind of shut him down, it's still extremely intimidating playing a Hugo. I get more stressed out playing Hugos than characters that I actually like lose to. I fought a Chun-Li and like things are just clear. I fought a Hugo and it's just like fucking everything's cloudy and fucking rushed. Even though I understand what to do against both. Individual mistakes hurt a lot more against Hugo. This might stun. Yeah, it did. Hugo's Super 3 does a little bit of stun. Not a whole lot, but enough that it'll occasionally dizzy. YSP1. So that was the end of the East versus West, and now we got exhibitions. I guess Kuni was probably on YSB's team. Nice anti-air. Ryu can also use like a DP, or a Fireball, or an EX Fireball, or an EX DP. In general, he can make it kind of annoying to jump in and parry that Crouch Fierce. Not only that, but that Crouch Fierce will actually beat all, that Crouch Fierce will beat most jump-in attacks. Like almost every jump-in attack. That overall gives Ryu pretty good anti-air. It's still like hard because you just have to be tremendously unpredictable. That was a very optimal punish. He didn't confirm that or anything, but it should have worked. He did the combo right. Hugo's dead to an overhead or a throw. This is very stressful. Yep, there it was. Budokai 3 Archives, probably not. I don't have any sort of investment in that game. I won't even know what's going on. Good reaction. Missing that parry on the... it was probably made harder by the Hadoken, but that was like kind of a choke. That wasn't like a super hard parry. That was anti-air close fierce into donkey kick. That's like kind of a bad anti-air. I don't know why he went for that. This is terrible for Hugo. Yep. He's playing this super well. This is some good Denjin Ryu. Whoa! Shadows have pretty fast dashes. Ryu's dash is, I think, 14 frames. Or 12 or something. It's like very quick. Dashes in this game are generally a lot faster than Street Fighter like 5, for example. That's like the optimal amount of dizzy to get. This means once he gets the dizzy, he'll probably have 1 bar. Yep. Oh, that was a fuck up. He would have won immediately if not for that. The stun bar's high again. Courtney's like, oh, this in a bag. This is like insanely hard for Hugo to win. Especially now. If he got that stun combo right, he would have built the meter for the next engine. The correct combo was like jump roundhouse, crouch fierce, hard tatsu, which gives you a lot of Oki, and then he could have done meaty light fireball into Denjin, and then he could have got a good mix-up from there. He still ended up getting the Denjin, but like it could have been a lot easier. This is Kazuya. This guy is generally speaking the 4th best Alex I've ever seen. He didn't need that. What the fuck? That's probably a failed EX chop. I mean, not EX chop, hard chop. Or medium chopper, whichever the one that works there is. Good block. I don't think he needed the bar there, but it was safer to use it than not. He could have empty canceled that stand forward. If you're going to poke with stand forward, you can always buffer the cancel into light chop. Light chop is safe anyway. But like if the opponent dashes in, you get close forward, you can get the light chop from that. I do like OSs like that all the time. Every time I poke with stand strong, I do a double quarter circle watching for the close strong to come out because they dashed in. And then I got, like, I can react in super. Wake up super was probably too far away there. Jump strong, 2 parries. Smart. Kazuya saw it and resorted to blocking instead. Layered is a really bad normal in this game. I think that's safe. Alex is okay in this matchup. I'm not going to say he's good. EX slash elbow into super will kill here. Okay, there we go. So Ryu had to play a very jumpy game. EX slash elbow is very hard to react to. I think EX slash elbow by itself would have killed. Oh, it's over.